I didn't say something controversial at the beginning this time.
I thought James died for a second then. Hello and welcome to Chatter Cave Podcast, where we break down and review a TV series. See what I did there, changed it. And just overall try to have a bit of fun. I'm your host, Drag King Thomas Shears.
I'm Hayden, and I'm burdened with glorious purpose to kill Alex and fuck Tom in the ass.
I'm the disappointment, Alex, aka Geeky Bear.
And how's the family disappointment, James?
I'm the disappointment.
You're the family disappointment. Alex is just the
Disappointment in
Disappointment
general.
overall. Yeah. The
I'm
visual
all
disappointment.
disappointment. And that.
Mhm.
I'm just a disappointment. Like,
We're each variants of disappointment.
I see
I'm-
what you did there. Well done.
Yeah, because talking about variants, we're discussing Loki, which is just finished.
I think Loki kind of liked it.
Oh god, is it gonna be like this all this entire podcast? Hayden making these really shit jokes.
it
Which
took me.
one?
I'm not
Oh,
sure if James
okay.
got it or didn't get it.
I'm not listening. I never did. Nothing has changed.
No.
Yep.
No.
Anyway, so obviously it just finished recently on Disney Plus as of recording yesterday.
Mhm.
Mind?
And I've got to say, obviously, the three we've had so far in terms of Disney Plus Marvel shows, I think this is probably my favourite.
Oh yeah, definitely. I agree. I mean, WandaVision was good because it had that quirky side to it. And obviously, Winter Soldier is a very generic like TV show, but still quite fun. But this one is just brilliant, and the fact that we're getting a second series is amazing.
That really surprised me.
Yeah.
Mm.
I literally thought it was just going to be a one-shot series to get it out, done with, yada yada, fix the timeline, blah.
Mm.
But I mean, when it's come up at the end saying the stamp and it's like, we'll return in series 2, I was like, oh my
Oh.
god.
I also assumed it was going to go in the vein of WandaVision of here's your 6 episodes, just pump it and then you're done.
They're basically setting up other films.
Yeah, that's what I thought
Yeah.
that we were going to do with this 6, was literally just set up maybe some other films, or not even do that, just fill in like
Setting
the
up
time.
channels.
Or that, like set up like its own sort of time spot, and then that's it. But I mean,
Mm.
for the fact it's getting a series 2, kind of makes sense, obviously, not just for the plot, I mean for the fact how well it did. It's like the number one out of the 3 Marvel shows, both ratings and obviously amount of people watched it, because I think the watch amount was almost like 1 billion. Whereas like the other ones, I think it was Falcon and Winter Soldier was about, I think 800-ish million. And then WandaVision was about 700, maybe just under.
It kind of built up over time because people with WandaVision was like, what's it going to be like? Then
Yeah.
Falcon and Winter Soldier was just like a normal Marvel film.
So obviously it drew people in.
And then
Mm.
Loki was just like the climax
Yeah.
after you push in.
But that's what I mean, because obviously WandaVision was different at the start. It was this sitcom, it was all this, it was quite different. And then it built into its own, basically run-of-the-mill Marvel type project. And Falcon and Winter Soldier was basically a normal Marvel project, spread out over 6 episodes. Whereas this, it hasn't been, because it hasn't been action-packed. Though it has had some moments, it's not been this normal type of action for Marvel.
It's been a mixture of both, isn't it, really?
Yeah, though it's had like comedy. Obviously, that's where its main focus is, and character-driven moments, which all 3 shows have done really well. But I think this has done it so well for the fact that it's a character that we've had the longest out of all the films. And obviously, we know he's dead, and we're like, oh shit, he's gone. Rest in peace. Yada yada. But for the fact it's brought him back, basically took him out of time itself and went, okay, let's tell this story about him. And then shockingly gone, okay, yeah, so you know how everyone thought Wanda was going to break the multiverse and all that shit? Oh yeah, no, it's the Lokis. What?
The Loki is plural there.
Keyword Loki.
Plural. Loki. And I think it's the best thing because obviously we had this whole character journey in the films of Loki, and Loki dies. It's like, well, all that character journey and he's dead. the fuck we're doing now? Then of course bring it back again, sort of revisited version where he's some of his character. He has to go through the same character journey again, but we see him into a different journey. Whereas instead of him just like accepting that, yeah, he's doesn't want to be the villain anymore. He's trying to be good. This one is more he's accepting the real problem that he doesn't want to be good at all, and he only does this because he's lonely. And the fact that that's the whole like that storyline goes through the entire like show of he's still like he's the only one and he's lonely and no one can love him. So who's the perfect person for him to love?
Himself.
Himself. It's fucking brilliant. I don't know why, but I just love that addition to the love interest, just being it's himself.
I do love the fact as well that all the Loki's pretty much are British. Like the ones who are playing them are basically new. I don't know about obviously like the boastful Loki. I'm not too sure about him or the kid Loki, but I mean obviously the classic Loki, Sylvie, and Loki himself, and President Loki is the same guy. And I like to believe Alligator Loki is also British.
Just
But I just love that fact that obviously the British actors playing obviously this character that's technically speaking meant to be Norse.
At the very least, the alligator's from one of the colonies.
Yeah. Come on, that alligator though, that's just a standout. When you see it, that ends up one episode, you're like, what the fuck? Is that an alligator? And then as like the next episode builds up, even Loki himself's like, really? Is that an alligator? And obviously then,
Loki.
even like
Loki.
Owen Wilson in that episode as well, it's like, maybe he's not a Loki, maybe he's just like lying to you and whatnot.
That himself would make it a Loki.
Yeah. I'm gonna say, thank you, Marvel, for bringing Owen Wilson into the spotlight even more.
Yeah.
Because
very surprised.
Sometimes you
what?
Sometimes your mic doesn't pick you up.
exactly that's my point. Sometimes I really struggle to hear Owen Wilson.
I didn't say sometimes he did go really quiet.
Sure, it's sensual, and it makes me cool. But I kind of sometimes want to follow the plot, you know?
Yeah, that's when you put the subtitles on, James.
Sorry, that's when I watch in Japanese.
Sorry, Owen Wilson, what the fuck are you saying?
Owen Wilson, could you stand right in front of the microphone, please?
Oh, hiya!
That's our only complaint. He didn't say wow.
Yeah, I'm very upset he didn't say wow.
I did need him to say wow at some point.
He didn't say wow, or he didn't say ka-chow.
I did see a good joke about the WoW situation. Someone like it was like an article. It's like Owen Wilson's not going to say WoW in this series, and then the next slide was someone's a picture of someone's Disney Plus subscription saying cancel. Are you sure you want to cancel this subscription? And of course, the WoW one I sent you. I think I sent it you, Hayden. Someone made a fucking meme instead of the pizza car he's driving. It's fucking Lightning McQueen. He's like, oh, this is my variant. This is.
I mean, the pizza car's got to be some kind of reference to Disney, to Pixar.
Definitely.
Than having a rocket ship.
Because obviously that one episode entirely, there's a lot of fucking references to other places. Like there's Doctor Strange's Sanctorium. There's the ship from Guardians of the Galaxy. There's that three-headed statue. I'm trying to remember all the fucking references at the top of his head.
There's a Stark Tower that was changed into Kang Corporation from that.
Yeah, he's basically his like company name, which I can't remember his name off the top of my head. It's not Kang Corporation. It's like an actual name.
It's Kang. It's Kang. No, it has Kang on it. It's just like spelled differently.
I can't remember.
There's also Frog 4,
which is voiced by Chris Hemsworth, apparently.
Yeah.
Oh
it
yeah.
Was. There was a cut scene as well because when Loki sees all his memories at the beginning of the show.
Yeah.
There was going to be a scene where Frog 4's beating the shit out of him.
That would have been amazing. That would have been amazing.
That's why Chris Hemsworth recorded like all the grunts. Also, did you know Chris Hemsworth did it for free? Like all the voice acting for that part.
That makes sense.
It wouldn't surprise me. It seems like that kind of guy.
Yeah.
He's like the best. One of the best ones. You gotta love Chris Hemsworth.
But I do love this as well that they brought obviously Lady Sif back into the fold because she hasn't been in it since either Dark World or one of the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. series. I can't remember which one.
Shield.
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. the last one.
It was with one of the Kree ones.
So
I think it
that was her last
the
appearance,
Series 2, yeah.
which is around the
'Cause that
same
was
time as
before the New
Dark,
Daisy.
which is around the same time as Dark World, though. So
Yeah,
either one or the other was last, obviously. So we haven't
it
seen it
was
since.
after Dark World.
Was it just after Dark World?
Yeah, because I remember when they first see her again. Obviously, it was no, the first see her again. It was after the episode, which was just after. Because Dark World was the first series. Remember correctly? It was the second series that she last in. Because I remember
First series was around the same time
Ward-
as Avengers.
I remember Ward was on the team. Because there was that. Because obviously there's the Dark World episode, and that happened just after Dark World, and they're all cleaning up in Greenwich, and it actually is Ward's on the team.
Dark World would have
That's
been
the first series.
the Dark World would have been the back end of 2013. Agents of Shield was the back end of 2012, I think. I think it came straight after Avengers. Near enough.
Well, yeah, I think it came after Avengers, but yeah, that is basically it was set just after Dark World.
I don't know. It's been a long time since I watched the early ones.
Awesome. Yeah, but yeah, her last appearance is in Agents of Shield Series 2. It's because that one Kree person.
So it's a good way to bring her back before Thor: Love and Thunder, because obviously she's back in that. So it's a good way of bringing her back into the picture before that happens.
Memories.
Yeah, even obviously there was a joke about just beating the crap out of Loki, kicking him in the bollocks, and walking away over and over again. It was still obviously a nice sort of glimpse of, oh, okay, she's still here. Okay, we're gonna get her in the next film, so that's good. That's quite a nice bring back, but obviously bringing it back to obviously Kang. Well, sorry, was they call him in the episode? It's something stupid, wasn't it? That's it. The one who remains.
One who remains. He's the last of his variants, basically.
Well, he's sort of the first ever one, isn't he?
Boy James.
Well, he's the first ever one.
Basically,
he's the one that tames that big cloud beast.
Yeah.
And
he was the one who's
Goliath.
Yeah.
Cerberus.
Yes, James Cerberus.
Big cloud wolf.
Yeah, and obviously, as soon as that door opened out loud, this is what time was this in the morning? But that scene came on about, if I started at 8, that scene was about 20 past 8, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Out loud, lucky no one was in the house. I just shouted, "Motherfucking Kang!" I fucking knew it. So obviously everyone's been guessing it would be him, and the actor's been like, "Oh no, it's not me, it's not me." Even though he's recently been in a comic book shop, getting a Kang comic, signing Kang on everything in the fucking place.
Yeah, cast as Kang for Ant-Man.
Yeah, and as soon as these people guessing this, I was like, that kind of makes sense if it was him. So obviously some people also guessing it could have been another rendition of Loki, a more higher powered one.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be a Loki.
Okay.
So
that would be more.
I think it's Emperor Loki or something like that, people are guessing.
Yeah. Because that one would be more story based, I think. Good for the actual plot of that series.
Yeah.
But for overall Marvel, it makes more sense being Kang.
It would have been hilarious.
Kang.
It would have been hilarious if it was just the basic Loki from our universe, but it was that one, but a bit further down in time.
Or it's just Tom Hiddleston.
Yes.
I'm not gonna lie. At first, I thought he said it's Tom because he loves him. That's
It's just Tom.
I didn't catch the Hiddleston part.
It's Tom Holland.
Oh yeah, it's Tom Holland, definitely.
I mean,
it's Tom Holland.
I had to beat an old lady with a stick to get here.
But I mean, as soon as I saw him, I was like, yes, because I'm looking forward to Kang, because obviously he's the next sort of big threat after Thanos, really.
Yeah.
And obviously, I remember him from is it Earth's Mightiest Heroes? He was in that.
Yes,
big plot points in that. Obviously, they had to bring on all the heroes to defeat him in the end. And I was like, yeah.
At least with him, I don't have to stare at his chin because it looks like a damn forehead.
Well, he's going to have some paint on him soon enough, I think.
But I remember in Earth's Mightiest Heroes, there's that one storyline where he basically wipes out all the Avengers, and all of the next Avengers have to take over.
That's what I meant.
Yeah.
All the Avengers had to come
That'd be
together,
good.
the new ones, to
Yeah.
defeat Iron Fist, Luke Cage, Spider-Man, War
Wolverine,
Machine,
Spider-Man.
Wolverine.
The Thing.
Yeah, the Thing.
Slowpoke.
Jessica Jones was not in it, Alex.
No.
But yeah, and I like the fact that the version we got here is going to be completely different to the version we're going to get in Ant-Man and in the next
Yeah.
series. So the fact that this is a more someone who's been trapped in this place for centuries, he's just gone crazy, he's insane, and obviously that then tests the actor's skills for the fact that
Range.
his range, for the fact that he has to do this like humorous like act here, but then come like the next series or Ant-Man, he has to be really serious. Like the fact that he's like, oh, if you think I'm the devil, wait till you see him the other one, like that. And I know the actor can do it because I watched him not long ago in Lovecraft County, I believe it's called, which is basically about like a H.P. Lovecraft, and it was also like obviously racial equality and stuff like that in America, and it was quite an interesting series because it was horror related, but it was also dealing with a lot of obviously racism and stuff, and he's like the lead character within it, and I can see at the comment I can see James nodding and smiling.
Alex.
I can't see him. You're in the corner of my eye. He's not. He's not in my professional vision.
I'm always in your sight, am I?
Yeah, and so I know he can do this like serious role, and I'm very much looking forward to Jonathan Majors doing that within either Loki series 2 or Ant-Man, whichever one's going to come first. Now Ant-Man's 2023, the start of it, but I don't know when Loki series 2 is coming out. I'm hoping it'll be next year.
I mean, they've started recording it already. I think they started doing some bits now.
I swear I read somewhere ages ago that there was rumours that they started filming it.
So there was because I'm not sure who said it, but didn't they say that there was like at least 12 episodes recorded?
I'm not too sure. See, in terms of timeline wise, it's obviously the thing of where's it going to fit. Is it going to fit after Doctor Strange next year? Obviously, slap bang between that and Ant-Man. So obviously, maybe it's like going to obviously reference obviously those events and whatnot. Because
I think Loki's going to be in Doctor Strange now.
There is a rumor. I did read a rumor this morning that apparently he may be in Doctor Strange. Because that's the thing. That film, nothing's really been leaked from the set. Obviously, whereas like likes of Spider-Man and everything has been leaked. Like obviously Alpha Molina, Jamie Foxx, all this has been leaked and whatnot. But Doctor Strange is like, I think the most is like the most heavily guarded Marvel project. Literally nothing has come from the set. All that we know about Doctor Strange, obviously Wanda, Strange, obviously Spider-Man's supposed to be rumoured to be in it, and American Chavez. That's all we know about this film. We don't know anything else. So that is literally the most heavily guarded Marvel project to date.
It's going to be one of the big ones.
Yeah, this is basically their like essentially like the next sort of Avengers level type movie, just without the Avengers involved.
Yeah.
So that's going to be interesting. So I was wondering where this is going to fit in. Is it going to fit in between Spider-Man and Doctor Strange, or is it going to fit in after Doctor Strange? So I don't think it's going to come out this year. There's no chance it's coming out this year. Because obviously this year there's already 2 planned, and that's
when
not
is
one
Doctor
of them.
Strange this year? Is that this year or
May next year?
May.
Would you branch off the main timeline and just create your own?
Adding the little Tom jokes there, James. But definitely, it was this entire like series is definitely the best.
It blew me away.
I've had.
It blew me away, really.
I thought it'd just be a little like pretty like subdued comedy, and it'd be quite fun. Which it was quite fun, but there was a lot more craziness to it.
Yeah, and a lot more emotion, I thought, than I thought there was going to be for something about Loki.
Definitely.
The fact that every time we've seen Loki, it's been more comical rather than or serious. It's never really been like emotional. But for over 6 episodes, we've got such. Obviously, the first episode it was just pure normal Loki for the fact that he was getting used to everything. Obviously, he's seen because obviously this is the 2012 Loki, so he hasn't had everything between there and 2019. So now obviously he's had to obviously learn all that, and then after that it's like this emotional Loki. Obviously he's still got this like this naughtiness within him, but obviously he's gradually learning thanks to obviously Sylvie and all these other Lokis that he's not truly bad. He's not truly good either, but
no one is.
Exactly. He's this obviously,
and that was the main premise of the thing.
Yes, so yeah,
It was said from day one that no one's truly good and no one's truly bad.
Yeah. And I think about the fact that his whole character journey is that he finally finds someone he would never betray. And at the very end, she betrays him.
yeah.
And you can see the pain on his face.
Yeah.
Tom Hiddleston is just the most amazing actor. Like, you can see that Loki was just struggling with the fact that for once he actually had found he would never, ever turn his back on. And she turned his back on him.
She was just a Loki.
Because after her own character is, like, as I say in the show, she can never trust anyone, and he can't be trusted.
Be trusted.
Yeah,
So
pretty
good.
much. But obviously, I think obviously, as I said earlier, there's obviously multiple other Lokis we get through this. Obviously, we get some more comic accurate ones, like President Loki, which is a big one in the comics. But I mean, we can't not do this and not talk about classic Loki played by fucking Richard E. Grant.
Oh yeah, he was fucking amazing.
When I first saw him in that at the end of episode, was it 4?
Mm-hmm.
Very end of episode 4, I think it was. I was just like, obviously I get the costume; it's comic accurate. I was just like, it looks a bit weird though. I think it's the angling and everything. It looks really strange, and the fact that we didn't get to see. Obviously, it was just like a quick second. That was it. But obviously, episode 5, he really grew on me. I was like, the costume looks goofy as fuck, but
That's the point.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, Richard E. Grant in the costume itself was just amazing. He had the comedy when he needed to, and he had the seriousness with that last act, which was amazing. That whole
Oh my God.
that whole sequence. I think I read it somewhere. Obviously, someone was saying the fact that obviously because he knows it's the end, all he really wants to do is see Asgard one more time and see his brother, because he hasn't seen him since obviously the attack in Infinity War. Yeah. And I was like, yeah, this just showed it. I really hope somehow whatnot they bring him back in some way or form.
Oh, definitely. Like, maybe they go the whole that's actually how Loki survived in Thanos. But I do like how they addressed that. What would happen to Loki if he did survive? If he created his own little copy and ran off, and the whole point of he would regret, like, basically how all Lokis betray each other. He'd regret their personality, what they did, or their actions, and he'd regret like the fact he can't see Thor ever again. And when he tried to, he got kidnapped. And I love
it's kind of sad,
like, the way they explained it as well. That the way he explained that version survived, but others don't, because that one never relied on daggers. That one relied purely on his magic.
Yeah, because daggers like dull their magic, don't they? Apparently.
Yeah. It looks
interesting.
really cool though.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. And you got the big on his hand. Like, they look really cool though.
Yeah, and the fact that basically he showed Loki that this is the power you could have under the whole massive illusion of Asgard. It was truly brilliant. I mean, even like the animation for like how they did that was amazing.
Yeah.
The only thing though is that I don't know how he would have tricked Thanos if everything that he creates had like weird green hue. Like, Loki, you're glowing green.
He could have pretty thought
Loki.
Probably thought that Loki was doing like some magic or something, and that he was just glowing green.
Either that or that.
My headcanon is that that's just how we see it.
Yeah.
How I think it is maybe obviously, especially when he's building obviously Asgard and whatnot. Maybe that light is there's something he's forcing onto it to get the attention of Alioth, for the fact that he's not really gonna bother going after him if there's nothing like dragging his attention. But obviously the green light gets in his eyes. Oh shit! Yeah. What's that motherfucker doing over there?
Nah,
nom.
Because they did the same kind of green hue when he made those like distractions in the Loki base. So I think it's more of like that's just how Loki sees illusions, because Loki's may know that that's an illusion, and we're just seeing it from their perspective.
Maybe
it's something like what they're doing.
Yeah,
it's like they're doing the Flash with the speedsters. They show the different color lightning, so you know which speedsters who. So like you got like a range from yellow, purple, yellow, orange, red, black.
So when they
and all
see it,
that.
they basically know which one's which.
Yeah, it could just be
Yeah.
all the same color.
For us, it's probably like just how Loki's. Loki will know that's an illusion. Whereas if we were a Loki, if we were like Owen Wilson seeing it, we'd see a proper replica of Asgard, no glowing or anything like that. That's maybe how they're doing it. But obviously, that's just headcanon.
I think you got James there, Alex, and your wow comment.
Yeah.
I just saw him break as soon as you said it. I do like as well that whole idea that everyone who works for the TVA basically he's laughing. He's muting himself. He's laughing. I do like as the whole like TVA aspect. Obviously, all of them are basically variants. None of them are actually real.
Yeah.
They're not like good guys. They're literally just been dragged at this timeline and gone, okay, mind fuck. There you go. Work for us now. That's quite an interesting plot twist.
Yeah, and the fact that all these like fucking theories, like, fucking Rona the vampire is gonna be the judge girl. She's gonna be like this big like love interest for Kang, and she's like of the.
She is in the
From
comics.
the comic. Yeah, she's from the comics, where it turns out she's just a random person who used to be a school teacher.
Who's probably still going to become.
Principal.
Still probably going to become the Kang's love interest more likely.
Because I think it's setting up the character, isn't it?
I think that version will, yeah, but also because people on like basically a lot of like YouTube spheres were saying that she'd probably be the Kang because people look too much and stuff.
Basically, like gender swapping it.
Yeah, they think just because obviously they've done a few gender swaps.
I don't know why people would think that for the fact that we already knew before Loki started who Kang was being played by. We knew Jonathan Majors was Kang.
People
I mean, it could have been a variant.
I mean, it could have been, yeah.
I mean, it's not like it's out there for a male character to have a female variant. Am I right?
True. Very true.
Just look at Loki.
Also, in my head, I like to think Owen Wilson's a variant, a bad guy for the fact that he tried to steal a jet ski. Because he kept going about his goddamn jet ski in his magazine. I like to think that he stole one, and that's what got him arrested.
Oh my god!
He was basically it was basically like Point Break, but instead of surfers, it was like a gang of jet skiers, and he was one of the jet skiers, and they robbed somewhere, and then obviously they were like, whoa, this isn't meant to happen in the timeline. Come here, Owen Wilson, you're going to be one of us.
It all makes sense now. He's a variant because he's not Arrow and Wilson. He never says wow, not once. He's a variant.
Oh my god,
James! Maybe jet ski was the wow of his world.
Oh my god, James! That whoa! I never really thought.
You can't even say wow. You have to say whoa.
Did you ever think about that, Hayden?
Like a chow.
Wow, I think you just blew our minds, James.
Oh my god!
I'm so proud of this.
Wow. Wow.
Well, what if? Do that random guy? What if that random guy in series episode 1 and 2, the guy with the pen that leaked everywhere? What if he is a variant?
I mean, the crazy guy, the one who didn't know about fishes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What if he himself is a variant of a fish?
People said imagine if obviously his obviously other life was basically a fisherman, but he just doesn't remember it.
Far-fetched. Oh, never mind. My joke.
That's a duck.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say that's a bit far-fetched, but then I was like, damn it, it's not far-fetched.
But I said it to you, didn't I, Alex? I think I sent you the image. The fact that guy and the guy who played Thingy in WandaVision, the one Vision got into his mind, and obviously had to put him back on straight because he was going crazy. Those two actors are both like in Mandalorian together in the same like scenes.
Yeah.
And then they took him. I sent you the image. It was like on Instagram, I think it was. I said they were in Mandalorian.
Just looked at it and I was like, okay, fuck off.
I think he did say okay to me in message format. Obviously they were both in Mandalorian together as farmers that worked together, and then they split them up and put one in there Loki and one in WandaVision.
What if what they should have done.
Dude, what if not out until August?
Just fuck up, Alex. I'll beat you up. But what if they had a variant of Jimmy Woo, and that could be our first like little like reference of maybe there are variants. Like if that's like the first little seed into it, they should have done that. That's
Like
what I would
there's a
have done.
Jimmy Woo that's a full-on magician.
Like there's one that walks past. Like you don't really focus on it much, but he walks past slow quite quite briefly, and that could be our first a little touch of these other variants. That never fucking happened. It'd be nice, you know. Come on, Marvel, just hit me up.
Wait,
Please.
obviously,
I want money.
you know, it's obviously the most successful out of the three for the fact that I feel like
yeah.
merchandise-wise, there's been a lot more regarding Loki. Because obviously, all three series have had the Funkos and whatnot. Obviously, the difference between all three, I feel there's more of a clothing range on Loki.
Yeah, Hot Topic got fucking loads.
As seen by the hat, and I was going to wear it, but it's too warm today. Oh, shit.
The varsity jacket.
Yeah, the Loki jacket. It's too warm to actually wear it, so it's just behind me. Get off me! Get off me!
But I mean, let's be honest. We all know the real reason for why like it's the most popular. It's because we all get to see Tom Hiddleston topless. So that's the only reason why it's the most popular.
Mm.
Did we see him topless?
Yeah, at the very beginning. When the robot takes all his clothes
Oh,
off.
yep, that one scene, yep. Sorry, it's been a while since I watched episode 1. It's just kicking in, remember? Yep, there you go.
Who
Yep.
are you?
There we
you
go.
only binge watched the show like the day before.
I didn't have a chance yesterday.
Well, that sounds like an excuse.
Well, if you wouldn't die every 5 minutes and it takes 2, I fucking would have had a chance.
If only he doesn't realize.
Video plug.
Someone has to
You
do
can
it.
check that video in the corner.
I'm gonna
Oh, sorry,
that.
it's Tom's recording. It's that corner.
Not the only thing that Alex plugs.
Yeah, you
talking
can also
about
check out my Twitch.
I'm gonna say you also check out my OnlyFans.
That's you.
The only thing he's plugging in there.
Also, check me out of existence.
it is vaporizes. But I mean, I think as well, this is probably the one that's got the best special effects out of all of them. For the fact that this is
definitely.
required fuck tons more for all these different places they've gone to and whatnot, and it just looks so fucking good. You'd think you're watching a movie.
With WandaVision, it just needed a different. It's more hardware, isn't it? With WandaVision and props.
WandaVision, it was more like it was the same setting, just different like.
Yeah,
cameras
different cameras, different props, different outfits.
Falcon Winter Soldier is more to do like the action sequences where they have to like, put them onto like a moving vehicle or something like that, or fly around.
GoPros.
Yeah, basically GoPros. Whereas it's obviously
Hawkeye would be the same as well.
Yeah, Hawkeye probably the same sort of aspect, and same with Miss Marvel. That'd probably be the same.
Whereas Loki's obviously he's going to be the most CGI heavy because obviously they go to different planets. They go fucking Pompeii and mass explosions.
Yeah,
I still love the joke with that.
TVA.
Yeah, honestly, that's all CGI. That is. Especially when they're looking over the railings. But I mean, I still love that joke with the Pompeii situation where someone's like, at some point, there's just a Doctor Who just walking around going, what the fuck's going on here?
Donna!
Donna, there's someone else fucking with the time stream.
Imagine it.
David Tennant. If they had David Tennant in it, that would be fucking great.
Oh, but they couldn't, no. They couldn't, because technically he's in the volcano with Donna. They caused the actual volcano to explode.
Well, they still could have had Peter Capaldi running around.
Well, there is that, because he was in that episode as well. Maybe he's a variant of the Doctor. But I just think overall, it's just a standout. From the CGI to the music to the acting to the story itself.
Yeah.
I just think it's just the peak of where Marvel's at with their Disney Plus shows right now.
Yeah, and the fact that they managed to they could go for the exact same character arc, but it's been more heartfelt, more like detailed in just one series. Brilliant.
It,
And
may,
of it.
it may have taken like 3 series to get there.
Yeah.
I feel like obviously the difference with that, obviously, Star Wars, obviously Lucasfilms did it very quickly with Mandalorian. They instantly got a hit out of it, massive thing. But I think that's for the fact that the films it was following on from were just dog shit. So it was the case of it hadn't got much to live up to, and then it just smashed it all. Whereas WandaVision itself came after Far From Home. So obviously that was a really big Spider-Man movie. So obviously it's got to live up to that, which obviously it did in some aspects, but not every aspect. And same goes with Falcon and Winter Soldier. Whereas obviously for the fact that obviously they've set the pace, them two, of what the Marvel shows would be like, and this has gone, yeah, I'm just gonna shit on you because I'm so much better than you.
Basically, the multiverse just like kept splitting like Tom's ass crack right then.
Basically. Okay. Can you think of any favourite moments that you like, a specific moment that you may have liked?
I mean, come on, it's got to be the fucking when he's drunk singing on the fucking train. That's got to be my favourite moment. I fucking loved it. Because it shows the difference between them, the two Lokis. Obviously, Sylvie is a bit more restrained, and because she spent her whole life on the run. Where this Loki, there's all this fucking heart shit, all this shit happen, and it's just wants to like enjoy life while he can. Just getting drunk on the train. I don't know. It was fucking brilliant for me.
I think I have to go with the classic Loki building Asgard. That seems just so impactful. And that last statement of a glorious purpose, and it just gets ommed. That was just really good. Have a good. Oh yeah, definitely got to be that for me.
Okay. I respect. It'd be my second favourite.
Here's the two of us trying to think of something from the show that they can't remember.
James is thinking.
Oh, James, go on.
Recent coming.
I like the time prison.
They keep kicking the nuts.
How they keep kind of like jumping back to it, just checking in on Loki, see how he's doing after being kicked in the dick.
He's on the floor eventually, like, no, I'll give up.
The 80th time.
I'll give up.
And then when Morbius comes in, he's like, I know, I'm terrible. It's just like, what are you doing?
I think what would have been funny with that scene when Morbius came in, if he started reciting Lady Sis words, he'd come in and punched him and kicked him in the nuts.
I just love how James you probably relate to that scene so much. Just like the idea of you sitting in your room and every now and then your family comes in saying you're terrible and just
I'm so sorry.
That's going to be James in the office. Every time he's sitting in his room, you're just going to walk in there. You are just putting one.
I'm gonna say when Loki and Sylvie had their moment on the planet.
Oh, when they're sitting on and it's all exploding behind them.
One or whatever.
The Apocalypse Planet.
Yeah, when they're kind of fucked.
Okay.
Is that the one when they're sitting on the rock?
Yeah.
Or...
It's all exploding behind them.
Yeah, not the one where they don't have a blanket.
Yeah, I guys could see now. So it's like the start of the relationship, basically. The arc Loki went to bang Loki.
Well, you can say the relationship was timeless. Someone's got spaghetti.
Not quite.
Spaghetti.
I was also another choice that I was thinking was the scene with Alligator Loki when he bites President Loki's hand off. There's that scream and the look at the hand. There's no hand there. It's like, ah!
That was I did love how they basically the trailers made it seem like that was going to be our Loki, and he's just going to be like doing this whole presidential.
Yeah, I thought that.
Yeah,
so I did originally think that every single episode was going to be a different variant of Loki, and it would have to deal with that. But it was just Sylvie. I mean, I'm not disappointed with what happened.
I prefer what we got, but I did like the idea of the trailer built up thinking it's going to be this massive arc of him becoming this proper villain and just random variant.
I definitely feel like if it focused on a different Loki every time,
Would've been
then it'd
shit.
be a case of one of these shows where there's too many characters. There's not enough.
my God, yeah.
Or they could
That
have
ice
been.
cream van is still going off.
Oh, he's went from my house to your house. That's
No,
That's
it's the other side, the place where you bury people.
okay. But yeah, like it could have been
You know that?
our Loki, just like learning from the other Lokis, and like what they did wrong and all that, and like
I mean, he does
learning
in a
some
sense.
skills.
He learns.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, but I mean,
mind
like
control.
He learns he learns basically
what he's capable of.
the main story, Loki.
Yeah,
What happens to him. He learns about Sylvie, what she can do. He learns from obviously the old age Loki and like how stuff like daggers and basically being this sneaky arsehole is pretty much what's holding him back from having his true power. And
He
they also
learns
learn
how
lots of
much the
drag.
DM hates Rogue,
Mm.
and so he's like,
turn into a
that's it.
sorcerer.
I love Rogue. So I'm gonna go Arcane Trickster Rogue.
Oh god!
That's all the spells I know, and yeah.
Quickly, kill him! He's going away D&D. Kill him!
Okay,
Oh,
Prune me. Do it.
if we had a prune stick, we would. Okay, let's just give a
I
cheeky.
can see Tom buying one of them soon. When
If they make one, I'd fucking probably pick one up.
I can't
Got
see
my
them not making one.
Yeah, I can see James was pointing at his cane in the background.
James just wants a caning.
Just cane me.
That's all he shows me. Is
Cane
Michael
Daddy.
Caine. Okay,
Cane.
imagine Michael
Yeah.
Caine is the classic Loki.
brilliant!
Okay,
You need to understand Norse gods must be British.
exactly.
Obviously.
Okay,
Yeah.
rating
What a
time. I do think this is like the best Marvel have got to at the moment in terms of TV.
Definitely.
I think it's just missing something to get at 10. I think it's still a high 9, but I don't think it's exactly at that 10 just yet. Maybe like the next series might umph it up even more to that next bit. I'm just wondering how it's all going to connect to everything, which is probably what's going to push it even further for me. But I think for now, I'm just going to stick for 9. Very high 9, depending on how the second series goes or how it fits within the timeline, as in movie-wise, that might change my opinion.
Yeah, I agree. I'd say 9 out of 10 as well. I think second series might make it a 10, but for now, I'd say 9. I want to like see more of like the characters and the storylines. I do want to see how like they evolve the love interest of Loki and Loki even more. Perfect.
I want to see some hot Loki on Loki action.
Who doesn't? But yeah, 9 out of 10.
I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10 as well.
Oh wow!
Like I liked WandaVision, and this is like
Wow!
a bit of a step up. Well, a bit more of a step up. It's a lot better than Falcon and Winter Soldier, in my opinion. But yeah, it's better than WandaVision, like with all the action. I say action. It wasn't really action much, really. Storytelling in that. It's not like just what the fuck's going on. It's actually telling a story. And yeah, I enjoy it, and I can't wait for season 2 and more Sylvie, because for some reason I just think of Sylvie as Hayden, and like yeah,
You did, yeah. You were
And-
like, that's Hayden.
yeah, in more ways than one.
I mean, I may or may not be planning and having the Sylvie costume at some point. Maybe.
Right, James, what are you giving it?
Possibly. You know what I'm gonna say now.
A 3.
I
You hate-
agree.
Oh my god! Really, you agree?
Yeah, I do.
Yes.
Um,
Let me guess.
yeah,
Is it a
high
bit- a 9?
9. Probably a
Oh, fuck's sake.
9.98 out of 10. Yeah, I remembered that I did that.
I was waiting for it to round down to like a 7.
No. It rounds to 9.9.
Which should round up technically, but
No, you don't round it up to the full. Like all of you said, you don't round it up to the full 10 because yes, it's very good, but it's not necessarily perfect. Like when I had it pointed out to me that people don't think the action shots are very good in it, like maybe like the choreography's a bit off or
Didn't need to be.
whatever. Yeah, there's definitely things that prevent it from being perfect.
And we're
but
also
it
talking
is-
really
it
quiet.
is very good.
There was no wow.
There was no wow.
That's the extra point. There's that wow.
Yeah.
The
It
storytelling's
just takes that extra
good.
one off.
I
I
loved
mean,
all the action. That's the reason why it's a 9 for me, because there's no wow.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
It's a 10 out of 10, but -1 because of wow.
Minus
Yeah.
1 for wow. For
Wow.
there not being that one wow.
Wow.
I should
No
know.
one wow
also
equals minus
have a
1 to
wow.
a total score.
So you're saying a 9 out of 10.
No, I'm saying a 9.98 out of 10.
So,
Well,
it says
I'm
9.
fine.
No, round it. Yeah, round it up to a 9.9 out of 10.
For 9. Okay. So, Tom, what's 9 plus 9 plus 9 plus 9 divided by 4?
999.
Sorry, I got really confused with the 9.9 aspect of James's. I'm just gonna go with 9. Okay. It's very
It's
easy.
9.
It's a very easy. Loki's quite clearly got a Chester Cave overall rating of
Of a 4.
9 out of 10.
Wait, it's
Okay.
not a 4?
No.
No, that's for Dark World.
There goes James. Luckily, it's the end anyway. But
There
obviously,
goes our hero.
we'll round this out. So obviously, MVP would probably be Tom Hiddleston as Loki.
Yeah.
Oh,
'Cause
definitely.
He gave a different.
Bit of a-
He gave a different. Sorry, I got really distracted by James and run back raid. He obviously gave a different look at Loki compared to where we've seen him before.
Different looks.
There's more emotional aspect to him than there has been before now. So definitely, he's got to be the top dog here.
Mm.
I'd say there's 2 runner-ups as well, being Sylvia and Mobius.
And all 3 of them are in a polyamorous relationship, so it works.
Yeah.
It works.
I feel like James can play with Mobius though. They're very quiet sometimes. Does knock it off a little bit because he does speak really
I
quiet.
like that. I like that though. I
It's
like
just
how
Owen
he's
Wilson.
soft spoken.
It's just Owen Wilson, yes. But I feel like Sylvie was just slightly better than him personally.
I
That's why
agree.
said,
Yeah.
like, the 3. Oh, yeah.
So he's runner up, and if Alex had his way, there'd be a third one, and
Yeah.
it'd be
The 3rd runner-up.
awesome.
But there isn't, so obviously Sylvie, played by Sophia Di Martino, would be runner up. Look, we've got to give our Brits some love. We've got to give the top 2 awards to the 2 British ones in this.
Yep.
Uh,
Can't give it to the Shanks.
Yeah, can't give it to the Yanks. Okay, let's try and think of a question of the day. I haven't thought of one. Okay, easy one. My question of the day is which one are you which Marvel show are you looking forward to next? There's a few that's in production right now. Hawkeye's in production. Well, that's just finished actually. Miss Marvel, I think maybe still just slightly in production. Moon Knight's just finished production. She-Hulk's in production right now. Obviously, Loki Series 2 is going to be in production at some point. Tom was trying to remember more off the top of his head.
There's What If as well.
What If, obviously, is coming out very soon. So, yeah,
Isn't... Oh, what's that? What's that one where it's like... I can't remember what it's called.
So, out of those 6, let's just say those 6 because that's the easiest just to go through. Which one are you looking forward to the most?
Oh... For me, I would like to see Loki Series 2, but out of all of them, I've got to say, obviously, because of how close it is, and because he needs the justice, Hawkeye.
Especially after the end of Black Widow.
Yeah, after Black Widow and after Bumblebee, I can't wait to see, obviously, both Hawkeye and Kate Bishop and see how they handle her. And obviously, we saw how great she's in Bumblebee, and we always fucking love Jeremy Renner. So, can't wait to see a rim job.
Yeah, I agree on that one. I definitely feel like Hawkeye's the one I'm looking for. I'm very much looking forward to Moon Knight for the fact that it's our first glimpse at this character. But I think She-Hulk's another one because the fact it's going to break the 4th wall. That's another big one.
I want to see She-Hulk as well, though.
But I think
the main one, Hawkeye.
For the fact that it's already been set up, it's already been built around, I'm just looking
Yeah.
forward to how it's going to carry on from the end of Black Widow and the end of Endgame. Yeah.
And as we see, like Hawkeye is always like seen as like he's just got a bow and arrow, and I mean, it's a bit. I want to see him do justice. I want him to do more justice than just. For most of the Avengers film, he's controlled by Loki. Ironic.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Which one are you picking then, Alex?
Oh, I thought you were just going to end it before I had my option.
No, I'm giving you the fucking option. Come on, before I do end it.
I'd say Hawkeye and She-Hulk. But I also want to see What If as well.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to watch.
Mm.
I like What Ifs. I watch loads of What Ifs on YouTube and that. So, like, yeah. It's my thing.
You got no life. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, then so I'm getting word from James. Hawkeye. Hawkeye. James agreed with us unanimously. It's Hawkeye.
I thought you said he can't wait for Clifford the Big Red Dog the film.
No, now it's coming through properly. Sorry, a bit static. Yeah, he's definitely saying Clifford the Big Red Dog, the movie.
The one with the fake trailer.
Yeah, the fake trailer that you found, Alex, like a year ago. I'm pretty certain it was like from a year ago, wasn't it? The extra trailer.
No, it was like a few months ago.
Oh, a few months. Anyway, that's it for that's it for Chat Cave Podcast. I would say thank you, James, for joining us, but you're not there. But I will say thank you to that's chair there, James. James's chair. Thanks for joining us for this last 10 minutes, James's chair. Thanks for joining us as well, Alex.
You're welcome again.
Of course, since we didn't have it during the entire show, let's give it one from now. Wow.
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 Well, oh, thanks, James.
Fucking Wario.
There's Waluigi.
Oh, Waluigi. Sorry, wrong one.
You uneducated pleb.
You fucking weeb.
Yeah, fucking nerds. Nerd!
Yeah, fucking nerds. Come on, Tom, let's go watch some comics.
What?
I don't know how the comics work.
You're like me. You're dyslexic.
No, she's just dumb.
Who are you calling the cum? Oh.
Did you say a thumb?
I thought you said cum.
Oh.
She said something. Okay.
You're a cum bucket.
Yeah, that's just
Buy me more slowpokes.
Till next time.
Hey, boom, ba-dum, boom, boom.